with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout. On the give, this is Eckler, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets 17. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Up the middle with Eckler. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Eckler. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. And his kick is good. We are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe, could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Come on.
I'm back upbeat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. The give now to Abanikanda. And he'll have a Jets first down as good running gets him to about the 44. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll go again with Hall. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. A tight formation here. It's 3rd and a yard.